Hey everyone, welcome back to Disney Sorcerer Arena. So, I know we were all expecting Snow White this week, whatever I was, I totally was. But we didn't get Snow White. I mean, not a whole lot you can do when you don't get somebody that you're expecting. Um, I don't know if I can bring up Discord. I don't know how. I'm gonna try to bring it up real quick, see what happens. Here we go. This is Discord. So it talks about the duck bundles, including your favorite Duck Talisman, Launchpad, Magica, Dispel, Goslin, Ludwig von Drake, Negaduck, and Morgana Macabre. Didn't know her name. Anyway, apparently you can buy these things, and whoever wins will be announced on the DSA Twitter page on the 18th. And we will also refuse a free gift on the 18th. But this is the entirety of the update for this week. Moana's coming, Summoner Showdown, a Spectral Standoff, Hunchback Tower again, then the Quiet Spring Quack thing, then the Frozen, the last run for Frozen. Interesting, very interesting that they announced that they put that out there. So that means that Zerg is going to be interesting. It's going to be ending, and you're going to be able to get Elsa through other means. So I'm guessing this probably means there's going to be a villain side mission, because they said, there's not going to be any more of the Zerg run, and this is the last run for the Frozen thing. So anyway, if you're into Frozen, who knows what this means really. Other than that, Villain Energy leaderboard, a leaderboard for Villain Energy, double gear drops on next Monday on the 11th. So if you're needing gear, that's your thing. I made a video, but I didn't get it uploaded, about how you need to make sure that you take advantage of these double gear things, like the double tokens, because you can do them for the dwarfs. Obviously, you can do them for any character that you're working on, really. And then we have the Galactic Rune Novel, which is always good to help you get runes. If you're like me, you're always in needing runes, even alpha runes. And then the Mother Gothel, Mother knows best, the Mother Gothel event. And then we have a picture of all of the various talismans, which is like, I'm not gonna lie. It would be nice if they put Launchpad and Goslin and Ludwig and Megaduck and Morgana and Magic in the game. That would really flesh out the Duck team. But we can actually look at. As you can see that I downvoted this lovely thing. But since we're talking about it, why not talk about ducks, right? You can't talk about Snow White, so why not talk about ducks? Makes perfect sense, right? Donald is your leadership, so they obviously have the duck leadership in, so that it's going to be a duck thing, because he's your leader if you're using the Sensational Six on offense, and if you're using the duck team, he's also your leader. Ducks get 10% chance to counterattack, and then they get an extra 2% offense, and they get 5% counter chance, which is, not very high, but it's fine. And if you don't know how good Donald is, it's arguable who's better between him and Mickey. I've always been a huge Donald Duck fan. Been working on the voice, but I can never get it down. But of course, he's got Put 'em Up, which is his basic. If you don't know what he does, what's the big idea? Is his taunt, where he gets taunt, he gets defense up, he gets counterattack. And then if he's on defense, he gets that extended, of course. if empowered, he gets more stuff and more stuff, fun stuff, and then the last straw. This is the last straw. This is big attack. It does AOE damage. And then the passive is really good. But I mean, as far as the Duck team, if they ever actually put in a Duck team with him as the leader, as strong as he is, it's going to be something to behold. I'm telling you, Daisy's your. I mean, so I'm just going to tell you, two of these characters are really strong. And then two of these other characters are situationally good. And then the third is kind of not good. And so Daisy is the other one. She's also part of the Essential 6 team. She's also very important for your rating. So if you're looking to just get some tunes, and I've talked about Gizmo Duck, how you need Big Hero 6 to get to Gizmo Duck, and Gizmo Duck leads to Eve, and then Eve leads to Wally, type of thing. And if you're going to use Gizmo Duck, actually has leadership. I don't know if you knew this. If not, we're just going to go through this just because they didn't put Snow White in the game yet. Tech leadership, teammates gain 2% crit chance. Tech teammates instead have a 10% bonus. So if you didn't know, there is a raid team that you can use for the Titans that involves Gizmo Duck leader, of course, Calhoun, who is on the short list of best tech tunes, and then Eve, and then two others, because Eve is also tech. So if you're looking for a good run team, start grabbing tech. Go for Big Hero 6. Go in to get ready for the Gizmo Duck event the next time it comes around, because it's the Gizmo Duck and the Last Robot on Earth, I think is the name of it, where you get Eve and then Wally. Because there's a raid team there, just so you know. Didn't know if you know, but yeah, he is. And then the other guy we're going to talk, Scrooge. Scrooge is really good in certain situations. He steals people's buffs. He says it's number one dime thing, where he flips the number one dime. Heads, offense up. If it's tails, defense up. Really good. Can be really better if you upgrade it. Passive is fairly good. Can't say that I really have a lot of play time with Scrooge, but I just know that he's really one of the really a pretty good team. This is the one that chains, and if Gizmo Duck as a teammate gain random helpful effect, and so there's some synergy there. If you didn't know about Scrooge, and so if they were to put Launchpad and all these other ducks in, which I would love, maybe not right now, but at the end of the year, that would be good. The not so good tune is, I'm afraid, Darkwing. At least right now. In a year, if they end up putting all of these other duck tunes in, which would be, really, really interesting if they did that. If everybody was waiting on these other dwarves and they threw a change up, and next week, instead of the dwarves that they gave us the 6 ducks that they're talking about. That would be quite a change up. And if they did a kit refresh for Darkwing, that's would be really nice. Anyway, Darkwing Duck DW. I was really pumped when I saw this game launch and I had DW. Unfortunately, DW is not really good. Basic does damage on crit. It purges random helpful effect. Deals damage. Can perform a follow up if the person that you're facing is a villain. Tech and attack suck gas evildoer, which is one of his things that he says on the show back in the day. Deals damage, inflicts blind on adjacent target, on the target and the adjacent target. 20% chance. Protect teammate. So he's a tech character. More than he's a duck, even though he's a duck. 20% chance per tech teammate to purge a helpful effect from each of the affected opponents. Really good. Really good. 30% chance to inflict silence, more damage dealt. Guaranteed to purge a helpful effect from affected teammates. Situationally good, like I said. Inflicts defense down on the target for two turns. 30% chance to inflict vulnerable for 2 turns. Another, also if Gizmo Duck is a teammate, once again Gizmo Duck synergy with Gizmo Duck, and Scrooge has synergy with Gizmo Duck. Also, if Gizmo Duck is a teammate, grant magic. 1 magic for all abilities. Gain magic for 1 turn on all abilities for another random teammate. Guaranteed to inflict vulnerable against the villain. 15% chance to infect vulnerable and the decrease magic for 1 turn. Passive characters falling below 50% or recovering from a stun, sleep, charm, or silence. Perform the following: cleanse all harmful effects from this character. Gain haste, crit up for 1 turn. Increase this character's speed meter by 15% per attack teammate again. If Gizmo Duck is a teammate, invulnerable. Really good synergy with Gizmo Duck. If they improve him a little bit, if they do end up bringing the ducks into the thing, his character may work on a duck team. Because if you just run, if you ran, and maybe, I don't know, if you really want to do something interesting, throw the duck team together. You know, if you do that, you're gonna have 2 pieces of the Sensational Six. Could be well on your way to Mickey Mouse. Could be worse, right? Could be really bad. Could be really much worse. But that's just my overview of the ducks. If you want a in-depth overview, consider going and checking them out. Daisy's tremendous. If you don't know, that's her basic that just does stuff. This is your turn 1 where it's the 2 characters that are adjacent to her get offense up for 1 turn. If Donald's a teammate, heals. She has some synergy with Minnie, but not as much as she has with Donald, obviously. If Donald's a teammate, he gains 30% when you use this. If Donald's empowered, if Donald is a teammate, he gains empowered when you do this. She also has duck synergy. Chance to activate is increased by 2% per duck for ducks and Sensational Six teammates, and then even more that this passive has a chance to have if you have down here tier 4. So there's that. Really solid tune. Really solid tune. The problem is I think if they brought the ducks in, I don't know how these characters synergy would work, because they don't really synergize together. These Scrooge and Gizmo Duck, Scrooge and Darkwing Ducks kind of synergize together. Daisy and Donald synergize together. Daisy and Donald also have the ducks, but the other 5 ducks don't really give back. So that's where this team kind of falls off. And obviously, if you were running this team, you would probably use the Donald leadership for the Ducks because not everybody on this team is tech, and so you probably wouldn't use Gizmo's leadership. You would be running 2 tanks because both Donald and Gizmo Duck are tanks. Donald is, Daisy's offense. Gizmo Duck is offense. Is Scrooge an actual offense character, or is he support? No, he is offense. Interesting. But there's crazy stuff that you could do with the Ducks. So I wouldn't be totally shocked if they just threw a curveball at us and gave us Ducks in 2 weeks, because we're sitting here and we're farming these dwarves, right? Like, you're farming Sneezy and Grumpy, and you're using everything you got because you think that this event is dropping this week, and then they're like, oh, no, it's not dropping. We're just going to give you some lame. We're just going to give you some duck bundles instead. Which, if you're free to play, you can choose to buy them or not. I don't think you're going to use their free to play status if you decide to buy a duck bundle. And of course, if they're good, everybody in their mom's is gonna buy one. But usually, when they put out these new bundles, they're not huge. They're not huge. They're not anything over the top or anything. But they are a thing that exists in DSA. Anyways, sorry there's not more news. I did the Ducks just because I was like, hey, they mentioned Ducks, so there's a chance that Ducks could be coming, and there's also a chance that people don't know about the Ducks. Not that there's a whole lot to know about the Ducks, but Ducks are a thing. And if you're like, hey, I need something weird to do, and I want to put together a really weird team that would just mess with people's heads, Ducks are where it's at, man. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? Ducks are probably your thing, but like I said, in order to get to Gizmo, you need to have tech. That means you're probably gonna want to go with Big Hero 6. So start with Big Hero 6. First, I am curious that they said that this is the last run for Elsa, because it would be 2 years in June that Elsa came out, so it has been a little long in the tooth at this point. And maybe they're just gonna have a permanent thing where like they do with Hero and Jafar, where their campaigns are just always open, and they're gonna have static campaigns that are always available to do. You just have to level up whatever character to be able to get them, and that would be interesting. But also, if they're taking away the Zerg event, and if they're also taking away the Into the Unknown, the Elsa event, what are they gonna? Does that mean they're gonna get? Obviously, Elsa's a legendary event, so they're making way for new legendary, I guess. But Zerg is not really a legendary. He's a good tune, but he's not a legendary. So does that mean they're gonna plug something in there? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think. Are you excited? Do you like that I shared a little bit about the Ducks? Would you consider just throwing people a curveball by just, getting your Big Hero 6 done, and then getting Gizmo Duck, and then leveling Scrooge, and getting Darkwing, and getting Daisy and Donald, and putting together that team? I'm not sure. I think you would probably have to run Speedstones on all of them to be competitive in any way, but it's a possibility. And you know what? I'm going Oceanic on this account. We're doing Oceanic just so I can get them up a little bit, and then I might start on the Big Hero 6 myself. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, like it, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it. Hit the YouTube bell button, whatever thing. And yeah, till then, have a good night. I'll see you. Bye.